Namaste, protecting the environment is an important part of the Hindu tradition.
As a Christian, I believe that one day God will give us a new world, free of imperfections. But what will be the worth of that if we have not shown our faithfulness to God in caring for His creation now?
As a Muslim, I believe that we have been sent as stewards on God's earth, and that we will be questioned by God on our actions.
I don't have a specific faith, but my spiritual views are contained within the phrase accompany, which means the creator and the creation are one. I try to manifest this belief via the ethical framework of the transition movement, which regards this period of history as the time of the Great Turning, meaning turning away from fossil fuel dependency to an era of greater compassion and working with nature rather than seeing the natural world as a commodity.
There's a strong theme of justice runs through Jesus' life and preaching, and that would make me care considerably for the poorer people in the world who are more affected by climate change than even we are.
As a Christian, I believe I should be helping to steward and look after the earth.
It is our duty to treat all of God's creatures, big or small, with care and respect, causing no harm. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him's life, is truly inspirational. From him we learn how to treat and care for our environment.
I've seen over the past 20 plus years as a geography teacher just how what we take from our planet goes far beyond just feeding ourselves, and how our relentless pursuit of more and more has begun to destroy the very thing God has given to nurture us.
Climate change is causing havoc to the natural world, and it's affecting the poorest and most vulnerable in our societies. Therefore, it's part of our religious duty to protect the environment and reduce the harm we're doing to Mother Earth.
Until I retired about 10 years ago, I worked in overseas rural development, and even 10 years ago we were starting to see the effects of climate change on people's lives in many of the poorer countries of the world.
In Genesis chapter 2 verse 15, God places man in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. Now, we all know how Adam struggles to follow God's instructions and how that ends. Our beautiful planet that God has given to us to look after, that will feed us and protect us, is an amazing thing. As I look at the example of Adam, who also was disobedient to God's simple command, I feel a responsibility to do whatever can be done to make amends.
For me, we've never left the Garden of Eden. Perhaps we just stopped seeing Eden all around us. And now we're beginning, like newborns, to focus our eyes on the wonders of the natural world.
I came quite late to an awareness of the climate crisis and have struggled to know what I myself could do. But having the support of a group to encourage me in my actions gives me hope that what I do can make a difference.
Our religion is based on a concept known as dharma. Dharma are those actions that allow all living beings to flourish. Dharma are those actions that sustain and uphold a peaceful and harmonious society.
I was particularly struck by opportunities for lamentation and also for thinking about how to deal with the anxiety that comes from considering where the world is going, perhaps even in my lifetime, but certainly in the lifetime of my children and my grandchildren.
It's been a real privilege to be involved in this Footpaths process and to work alongside people who are dedicated and compassionate on their journey to a lower carbon lifestyle. As a facilitator, I see my role as creating the space for everyone, including myself, to follow our paths together, free of guilt and judgment, but working towards a world where caring for the earth and caring for humanity is the same process.
I was so pleased to join the Footpaths course. Even over Zoom, I have learnt so much, most importantly, the small, meaningful changes I can make, which will impact my carbon footprint. And I have thoroughly enjoyed learning new things and meeting new people and learning from their perspectives.